The 14th round of Astana process on Syrian conflict resolution has been completed in Nur-Sultan. Participants of the session have held important and meaningful discussions on the stability of the situation in Syria. The round of talks has once again proved the importance of the Astana process and achieved concrete results on many relevant issues. Guarantor countries, including Iran, Russia and Turkey, have made joint declarations at the event. The declarations consist of 14 points.
Reviewed in detail the situation in the Idlib de-escalation area and highlighted the necessity to establish calm on the ground by fully implementing all agreements on Idlib. Expressed serious concern with the increased presence and terrorist activity of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham and other affiliated terrorist groups.
The Russian Foreign Ministry has stated that the Astana process is a format which has yielded results. According to the Foreign Ministry, the main goal of the meeting is the restoration of independence and unity in Syria.
Астанинский формат – это важный центр принятия решений по тому спектру проблем.
The format of Astana process is an important decision-making center, which resolves many issues within its competence. It is a process that complements the Geneva process. The main goals of the session are to end the war in Syria, to save people from terrorist threats, and unite the Syrian refugees, and form the people as a single integrated Syria once again. According to the state's foreign ministry, the next round of talks on Syria in the capital city of Kazakhstan may take place in March 2020. International media is closely monitoring the news from the Astana process. Sana correspondent Nabil Ali expressed his opinion on the meeting.
And many people from around the country, refugees, came back to Syria. And after their country, villages, liberated.
Syrian citizen Ali al-Ali believes that the negotiations paved the way for peace in his country.
Most of Syrian people look for peace. So anything in the road of peace, it will be very good to hear about. Astana is one way to get us to peace. We are tired from war. War take very beautiful things from us.
Production volumes of light industry products are planned to be doubled in Kazakhstan. The goal has been set for the next 2 years as part of the implementation of a special roadmap, which provides a number of effective measures aimed at supporting and developing the light industry. Meanwhile, the roadmap is designed until 2021. Not only the percentage has been indicated in the roadmap, but also topics starting from raw materials to training personnel have been reflected in the roadmap. Since March, we have begun implementing it effectively. A project office has been created, which Sklar chairs once in 2 weeks. I, the deputy, and all of the participants discuss topics in 4 sectors every 2 weeks with the mayor's office. Over the last 4 years, the production volume of the light industry products has increased by 57%. The amount for the volume is recorded at 87.5 million tenge. Experts noted that more than 1,000 light industry enterprises are currently operating in the country, employing over 900,000 people. 2 large American companies are ready to invest in Kazakhstan by setting up new businesses. One of these companies will build several meat processing plants in the country in the near future.
Они сейчас планируют заходить в Казахстан со своими инвестициями. В общем плане они хотят построить компанию.
They are planning to enter Kazakhstan's market with their investments. Tyson Foods company plans to build 3 facilities in our country. One facility can process up to 2,000 cattle per day. The total investment value will amount to $1.25 billion per facility.
Здесь общая инвестиция на каждый завод будет составлять $1 миллиард 250 миллионов долларов.
The second American investor plans to build a plant for the production of irrigation installation in the territory of Kazakhstan. The capacity of the facility will be 1,000 frontal and circular irrigation machines per year.
We're very excited to be in cooperation with the government of Kazakhstan to develop a true protein distribution network in Central Asia. We chose Kazakhstan because it has a lot of different free trade agreements. As a result, we would then build a plant within about 2 years in the country of Kazakhstan, which we then use to distribute product all around the Central Asian area. 4,000 machines over 10 years is what we're planning, and that's just what the government would purchase.
Direct flights to the capital of Qatar and Oman will be launched next year. According to experts from the Civil Aviation Committee, almost 100 air routes to 26 countries are available from Kazakhstan. Experts said that foreign airlines have expressed high interest to enter the domestic air transport market due to the open skies policy. The Civil Aviation Committee has lifted the restrictions on the number of flights, giving them the fifth freedom of air out of 9.
Пятая свобода – это все-таки
The fifth freedom is a special international commercial law and a privilege for regular air transportation. Qatari air carrier, for example, plans to operate Doha-Almaty-Moscow flights very soon. That is the definition or example of the fifth freedom. It takes passengers from Almaty and commercially transports them to Moscow from Kazakhstan to the third state.
То есть из Казахстана и везет их в третье государство.
The fifth freedom for local air transportation system is a huge opportunity for the country, but on the other hand, it's also a risk. Local airlines will be exposed to competitive environment, where the carriers have to compete for passengers with large international airlines, would be lowered in the future due to the competition.
Мы ожидаем, что приход новых авиакомпаний на
We
маршрут
expect that the new airline companies will create a real fair and equal competitive environment in the aviation industry. The increasing number of flights, frequencies and more airlines will result in lower ticket prices.
то это как следствие должно привести к снижению стоимости авиабилетов.
The Civil Aviation Committee continues to hold negotiations with foreign airlines.
Digital economy and the inter-ethnic and inter-confessional dialogue as well as border relations have been discussed at the 15th meeting of the Commission on Cooperation between the Senate of Kazakh Parliament and the Federation Council of the Russian Federal Assembly. In addition, preparations for the third Eurasian Women's Forum have been started. According to Deputy Chairperson of the Senate of Kazakh Parliament, Askar Shakirov, officials of both houses of the parliament have contributed to the strengthening of bilateral relations.
В настоящий момент поставлена задача увеличить товарооборот между двумя странами до
The goal is to increase the trade value between the two countries to $1 billion. Currently, the figure is estimated at nearly $700 million. We need to restore the air connections between the cities of Kazan and Nur Sultan, given that the bilateral economic relations are developing well.
Прежде всего в области экономики.
The Republican Forum of Volunteers has gathered over 1,000 volunteers in Nur-Sultan. Participants from Russia, Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan shared their knowledge and gained experience at the event. They hold discussions on the right way of doing charity work, as well as raising funds for volunteer projects. The event is being held in an open space format in one of the expo pavilions. The most discussed topics at the event include issues related to ecology, medicine and education. Organizers said that the participants are volunteers from 14 to 82 years old. Ways of attracting money to the volunteer organization, such as fundraising and other topics, have been covered in some of the masterclasses. For example, the first masterclass has been held today. We have learned how to work with people with disabilities, as well as stage theatrical plays with them. I am confident that it will be a starting point for the development and friendship between regions and countries. We want the Year of Volunteer to be an excellent impetus for the development of volunteering in Kazakhstan. We want to be heard all over the world.
Cooperation between Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan is developing. Banking sector, joint ventures, commodity circulation and business projects in both countries continues to expand. The recently started Joint Expert Club will be focusing on making the cooperation even more profitable for both countries. The tasks of the analysts of the Expert Club include making necessary calculations and risk assessment procedures to find solutions to existing problems. The most successful solutions will be sent to the government of both countries.
Совместной пограничный.
Joint border control. There is nothing complicated about it. At least you can do this on the routes that the presidents have signed already. This includes the Isyk-Kul route.
На Иссык-Кульское направление.
Another reason for creating a joint analytical pool is the promotion of Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan to the world. The interest of foreign countries in Central Asia region has sharply increased in recent years.
Predatory bird hunting tournament was held in Almaty. Hunters with golden eagles, hawks and falcons from Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, China and Mongolia arrived to demonstrate their unique skills. The professional judges made an evaluation on the dexterity, skills on interception of prey and the flight altitudes of the birds. The birds are well trained. They received high scores in all the exercises. Organizers said that the event will contribute not only to the spiritual revival of traditions and customs, but also to the increase of the number of tourists to Kazakhstan. Dimash Kudaibergen's first solo concert in New York was successful and a sold-out event. The famous and talented Kazakh singer presented the Arnaut Tour Envoy program at the well-known Barclays Center stage. The keynote of the show is the cosmic theme of the universe's infinity. Dimash performed the favorite songs of his audience in a new style. He performed 30 unforgettable songs in various languages including Kazakh, English, Russian and Chinese. The concert was organized by the Kazakh Ministry of Culture and Sports as part of the Kazakh Culture Days in the United States.
Шетелден келген азаматтар, көптеген көрермендер.
We dreamed of one day having our songs to be heard all over the world. Dimash has turned this dream into reality. They were listening to the songs in Kazakh language. We are more than happy.
Төбеміз көкке бір ғана ел жетпей тұрған секілді.
Димаш бала кезден айтатын, мен әлемге
It was not only Dimash's dream, but also of our entire family. When Dimash was a child, he used to say that he wants to show his talent to everyone and to sing to the whole world. We, as parents, have done our best to make his dream come true. Today, we are witnessing results of our work. This is great honor for us. I would like to thank all of the fans of our son's talent and to sincerely wish everyone health and prosperity. Thank you, everyone. Works of an artist from Pavlodar city, Viktor Polikarpov, are dedicated to compositions of poet Pavel Vasilyev. The poet praised the beauty of the Kazakh steppe in his poems. Pavel Vasilyev also translated Kazakh folk legends and epics into Russian. He introduced Kazakh culture to Russian readers and contributed to bringing the two nations closer together. Vasilyev's works are conveyed through each line of paintings. Polikarpov is a graphics painter. He said that he can relate to Vasilyev's Eurasian ideology. Nearly 20 works of Polikarpov are presented at the exhibition in the Russian Research and Cultural Center in Nur-Sultan. The creativity of Pavel Vasilyev's works inspired not only Alexander Gradsky, but also many other people. One of them is an 81-year-old artist, Viktor Polikarpov. He lives in Pavlodar. He has brought to the capital city the artworks that he made under the influence of Pavel Vasilyev's poems. He presented paintings which he made based on the poems. His early paintings from his solo collection have been showcased as well. Only visitors of this exhibition will have a chance to see this collection. We invite people who appreciate the heritage of not only Pavel Vasilyev, but also the people who admire the works related to the Kazakh steppes.
Павла Васильевна, вообще удивительная казахская культура. Приглашаем